Hello everybody, welcome. Just in time for our next pin video. Come on in, let's go. Hello, ha, got you there. I'm Larry the Pin Bug Guy. Yes, I'm Dynamite, and welcome back to Larry's Fountain Pens, because I'm the man, I'm your man, I'm everybody's man. And so today, settle it down, brother, is my list of my top 15 pins for the year. My list, nobody else's. No, not yours, not hers, not his, mine. Plus, I have 8 honorable mentions. So, let's get on with the list. And they're not in any particular order, but we'll start with number 1. Number 1, if you can guess, is the Mont Blanc Antonio Ryder. Beautiful fountain pen. It's got a broad 18K nib in it. Lovely Ryder. I have other Mont Blancs, but I just grabbed this one because I love them all just the same. The only thing that I don't care for in any pen is a piston filler. I know you guys are going to send some hate mail, but that's me. I'd rather have a converter in my pen because I can change out inks quicker. And they're a lot easier to clean. But that doesn't mean I don't love my pens that have piston fillers. So there. All right, then my next one, if you can guess, is the Sailor King of Pens right here, baby. This one is a jewel also. This has the piston. This has the ink converter. I love it. Love the nib. 18K. I'm sorry, 21K gold medium nib. And it also writes like a dream. And the next one, oh, the beautiful bird coming at you, Pelican M1000. Piston filler, 18K beautiful gold medium nib, and another great writer, just writes very well. I'm very pleased with it. And then another great fountain pen by Visconti, which I love Visconti fountain pens, you know. For me, they write really well. They got great wetness, great flow. I love the nibs. They're nice and smooth for me. You may have heard of other people maybe not liking Visconti, but that's them. This is me and my review, and I really like the pens. Great pens. And this is also a piston filler, and it's a 21K palladium nib. So, and here's one that's made another year with me. And we can't forget about the fabulous Lamy 2000 14K medium nib. And it also is a piston filler. But what's cool about this pen, this is easier to clean because you can take off the nib with the grip as long as you don't lose anything with it. And you can really clean it out relatively easy. So that's my top 5 for this year. I love them. I'm happy with them. So, we are just getting started. When you talk about pens, I'm your pen man. I may not have these elaborate, beautiful, high-end dollar pens that other people do, but oh well, I'm happy for what the good Lord gave me, so. All right, now we're going to go into round 2. And it's going to be the Pilot Vanishing Point with a 18K broad nib. I love it. It's easy to use for quick notes, letters. It works like a ballpoint pen. Very simple, nice looking. The clip doesn't bother me at all. Fits well in my hands. So, you know, I'm pleased with the pen. I enjoy using the pen quite a bit. Alrighty, my beautiful Waterman Kareem right here has a 18K gold medium nib, and this is another great fountain pen right here. Love the nib, great writer, nice and smooth, no problems with it, just a lot of joy to write with it. And my next one is going to be the Conklin Alls Brownstone, beautiful, girthy fountain pen. Just look at that amazing, beautiful girth on that fountain pen. Wow. Just for the heck of it. And here's the Sailor King of pens. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just a nice fountain pen. Beautiful fountain pen. And it writes very well. And my next one is going to be the Visconti Van Gogh, the Iris. Another beautiful, great fountain pen that writes really well. Great ink flow. Love the nib on it. No problems whatsoever with them. And the next one, the last one for this group, is a newbie that just come out that I'm really impressed with, that I just love. And I've used this pen, 6 times? I've filled it up, and I had to put it down to give it a rotation. Is the Blue Storm fountain pen by custom-made pen maker Jim Hines. And this is a medium nib. Beautiful fountain pen, and it writes like a dream. Yeah, I finally had to force myself and say, okay, clean it out, put it up, rotate it, because you're not giving anybody a break. So that's what I did. It's kind of hard for me to put fountain pens down. I need to learn that. All right, here we go with the next lib. Here is one of my other favorites, the Monteverde Regatta, the how do you pronounce it?
Azure.
Azure, excuse me, a French word, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they no longer make this anymore. It's been discontinued. It's everything I want in a pen. A beautiful writer. It's got some weight in it, but not too much where it's uncomfortable. I've used this, but I'm still using it. I don't know, 5 times now? That's another one that I'm going to have to put aside for a while. And another great fountain pen is the Karas Custom with the beautiful, lovely titanium nib. Great fountain pen. Great writer. I love the way the nib feels on paper. Great flow. It's just a great fountain pen. And the next one is the Lamy All-Star. Yes, another great fountain pen. One of my all-time favorites. Again, great nib, great flow, beautiful pen, feels good in the hand, well balanced, well made. And what I like about the Lamy now, they've come out with other nibs that I can change out with oblique nibs, different size nibs. And I do that quite often. And the next one is the fabulous TWSBI 580, baby. Another great fountain pen. You know, great nib, smooth, great ink flow, feels great in the hand, looks great. I have a couple of different nibs I change out on it very easy. I have the 1.1 and the 1.5 stub, and they all work very well. So no complaints with these pens. And here's the last but not least, one of my favorites that I had before, the Faber-Castell. Another great writing instrument. Great flow, great nib, great look. It's just a great fountain pen. So, now the first set of pens I showed you, and I got ahead of myself, were the high-end pens. And the second set of pens I showed you were $75 to $150 range. And then this set of pens are $70 and under. Now, my next are some honorable mentions. I was only going to do 5. I ended up, I think, with 8. Yep. And almost did all of them. But if you know me and keep up with me, you know how hard it is for me to tell you which pen I like the most. All right, here's one. We're going to start off in no particular order. And this is one of my all-time favorites, the Jinhao 159. I love this pen, and I have other Jinhao 159s that I have Anderson's nibs in it, 1.5, 1.1s, mediums, fines. I think I may have a few Goulet as well in this, but great pen, easy to change out with. Another one is the Lamy 750, and in this one I have the Goulet fine nib in it. Nice red writer. The pens both flow very nicely. For me, they feel great in my hands. There's no ink starvation to the nib. Everything works well. I'm a happy camper, so that tells you that they're good enough for me to keep me busy. Another great pen is going to be the Metropolitan. A great affordable pen. There's nothing bad I can say about the pen. Affordable, writes well, come in many different colors. I've had no problems with the nib. It performs great. The next one is one of the newest ones on the Conklin Duograph. What does that remind you of? The Delta, right? Great fountain pen, looks great, feels great, writes great. Glad I bought it. And here we come with the Vascotti Rembrandt. I love this pen. This pen is a jewel. It's a medium nib. And let me tell you, it writes like a dream. Yes, I love Vascotti pens. I like them a whole lot. So far, knock on wood, they'll continue to make some great pens. Another one. Let me set these over. It's going to be by Fountain Pen Revolution. Yeah, you heard me there. And this one is the Himalaya, wouldn't it say? Right there. And I'll tell you a little bit about the nib here. The nibs are Indian made, but they're tipped with a German made tipping. So they're Indian made nibs with German made tipping that they have on the end. So that way they are smoother than other Indian nibs. So that's interesting. And next one is the Levenger Beautiful Lavender fountain pen. Really looks great. I love how the facets just twirled around with the colors and swirling around in there, and it's a medium steel nib, and it's just another great writer. And last but not least, the Noodlers. Ahab Flex made the honorable mention this year. Another great fountain pen, writes very well. I've had no issues with the pen, none whatsoever. And I'm glad that I have this pen. I have other Noodler's pens, and none of them have caused me any problems. So far, they all have been just fine. Well, that's going to conclude my list for 2017. So, that's going to do it. I've shared my list with all y'all. Leave your comments below. And I hope some of these pens are some of your favorites. And that's going to wrap it up for today. So, I will see you soon. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for having me in. You guys are dynamite. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Well, leave comments below. Hit me a thumbs up. See my thumb. Put it up. I'm with you. I see you. You see me. Later, guys. Don't text and drive.